Hi students, welcome in chemistry classes and we are studying stereochemistry. In our last lectures we have studied about the enantiomers, diastereomers, homomers and heterotopic ligands, homotopic ligands and several other things. Okay, and now the most important thing that we have to study is the R and S nomenclature. That is very important. Okay, so why we need R and S nomenclature? We know that the chiral compounds, the chiral molecules exist as the two isomers, right? And these two isomers are known as enantiomers. So we need to nomenclate them. Okay, and for this nomenclature is used, right? This nomenclature was given by actually Kahn, Ingold and Prelog. These are the three scientists. So on the basis of their name, this is generally known as CIP nomenclature, right? So what are the basic steps for this? Firstly, see what is the meaning of the R and S. R means rectus, okay, and rectus means clockwise direction, okay, and S means sinister, and this means anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so whenever the groups are in the clockwise arrangement, then such type of isomer is known as R isomer, and when the groups are anti-clockwise arranged, then they are known as S isomers. Okay, and there are actually the basic rules for this. So we have to firstly study these rules. What is the first rule? The first rule is to give the priority to the groups. Suppose we are taking this molecule, a simplest molecule. Here is this chiral carbon atom, okay, and four different groups are attached to it. Okay, suppose this is Cl, this is hydrogen, and this is, suppose this is CH3, okay, and this is another group. Suppose this may be another group, right? This may be C2H5 and this may be CH3, okay, right? So what thing we have to do? Firstly, we have to give the priority to the four groups. Okay, so there are several rules for giving the priority, the sequence to the four groups, that we will see somewhat later. Firstly, we have to see the basic steps. So first step is to give the priority to these groups. Okay, so first priority will be here for the chlorine, then for this, third one for this, and the fourth one for this, right? And then what we have to do? We have to see from the side of this fourth priority group atom. Generally this group is hydrogen, okay, and we have to see from the side of this carbon atom. It means our eye should be on the side of this hydrogen atom or the fourth priority group. Now we have to see the sequence of these groups, 1, 2, 3. See here, this is in this manner. It means this is anti-clockwise, and whenever it is anti-clockwise, then it is called the S isomer, right? Similarly, if the groups are present in this manner, it means this is the fourth priority group and we have to see from this side, and these groups are in this direction. It means clockwise direction. Then this isomer is known as R isomer. Okay, so the first step is to give the priority to the four groups. Okay, and then we have to see from the side of the fourth priority group. If it is anti-clockwise, then it will be S isomer, and if it is clockwise, then it will be R isomer. Okay, so now see here, if we have given the flying vase formula, then what we have to do? Suppose this is given to us. So in the flying vase formula, you know that this group is below the plane and this is above the plane. Okay, this will be B and this is D. Okay, clear? So see here, this B group is above the plane and this D group is below the plane, right? So we have to see from the side of the fourth priority group. This is the first priority group, this is second, this is third, and this is fourth one, right? So we have to see from the side of this fourth carbon atom, if these groups A, B, C, these are in the, and these are in the clockwise direction. Okay, you can see here, this is clockwise direction, so it will be R isomer, right? Okay, and if these are present in the anti-clockwise direction, then this will be S isomer. Here this is R isomer. Now you can see here this lowest priority group is present on the this dashed line. Okay, it is below the plane, but whenever it is present above the plane, see here, this group, this fourth priority group is now present on this side, and this is B group. Okay, so what we have to do? Two things we can do. Firstly, we can do two interchange. It means we can interchange the position of these two groups and these two groups. Okay, we can do this because by the two interchanges we get the same configuration. I have told you in my first video that when we do the two interchange, then the consequence will remain as it is. Okay, so we can do this. We can put C here and A here, right? Similarly, we can do this. We can put D here and B here, right? Now we can see from the side of this D group, it means fourth priority group. Now see here, A, B, C, these are in the anti-clockwise direction. It means this is the S isomer, right? And there is another thing that we can do. What we can do? If this D group is present, it means the fourth priority group is present on this wedge line. It means if it is present above the plane, then firstly we have to find out the configuration. Simply we can find out the configuration. Suppose see here, we are seeing this in this manner, A, B, C, and this is R. So just reverse it. Just reverse it. Okay, so we will get S configuration. Okay, so we does not need to interchange in this manner. If we have given the fourth priority group above the plane, then we have to invert this configuration and we will get our answer. This is the right answer. This is the S configuration. Okay, and in the case of the dashed line, when it is present below the plane, then the sequence will remain as it is. It means the configuration will remain as it is. Okay. Okay, now if we have given the Fisher projection, then what we have to do? There is simply what we have to do. See here, this is the one molecule, okay, and this is the Fisher projection. Four groups are attached to it. Suppose this is the first priority group, this is second priority group, this is third priority group, and this is fourth priority group. Okay, so firstly see here, we have to see the sequence of this 1, 2, 3 from the side of this fourth group, and we are looking at, see here, this is in this manner, right? So we can say this is in the R manner. Okay, this is going clockwise. You can see it is going clockwise. So this is R, right? See here, this fourth group is present on the vertical line. When it is present on the vertical line, then this sequence will remain as it is. Okay, but if we have given one in this manner, this is 1, 3, 2 and 4. Okay, now this fourth priority group is present in this horizontal line. So firstly give the priority to the groups 1, 2, 3 in this manner. See here, what is this? This is clockwise. Okay, so it will be R configuration. Now see here, this fourth group is present on the horizontal line. Okay, so we will have to invert this configuration. It means this configuration will change now and this will become S configuration, right? Okay, now we have to see the sequence rule. It means how we have to decide what is the priority of the four groups. For this there are some rules that are known as the sequence rule. The first rule is that the higher atomic number is given more priority as compared to lower atomic number. It means if two groups are attached and one that is of the higher atomic number and another one is of the lower atomic number, then higher will given one number and the lower atomic number group will be given 2 number, right? Okay, the next rule is that in the isotopes, if we have given 2 isotopes, then the higher mass will be given more priority as compared to the lower mass. Now see this with the help of example. Suppose, firstly see here, if we have given the groups in this manner. Okay, these are the 4 groups. Okay, so the now first priority will be given to the iodine because it is the highest atomic number, then will be given to the chlorine, okay, and then will be given to the sulfur. Iodine, then chlorine, then sulfur, and then hydrogen. It means first priority will be for iodine, second will be for chlorine, and third will be for sulfur, and fourth will be for hydrogen, okay. And now we have to see from the side of this fourth group, okay. So see here, 1 2 3, these are present in this manner. It means this is clockwise direction, so this should be R configuration. But now see here, this hydrogen, it means the fourth priority group is present on the horizontal line, so just reverse this. It means this is the S configuration, okay. This is the right answer. This will be S configuration, okay. Now see here, the next case. In the case, see here, if these are the four groups, now you can see here, this is hydrogen and this is deuterium. The two isotopes of the hydrogen are present here, right? So first priority will be given to the bromine, okay. This will have the highest atomic mass, so this is given the first priority, okay. Then second will be given to this carbon atom, and then third will be given to this deuterium, and fourth will be given to hydrogen, okay. So now see from the side of this hydrogen, fourth priority group, 1 2 3, 1 2 and 3. Now see here, this is in the anti-clockwise direction. It means this is the S isomer, and now you can see this fourth priority group is present on the vertical line. It means this will remain as it is. It means this is the S configuration, right? Now see the third rule. What is the third rule? See here, if two carbon atoms or two same atoms are present, suppose we are taking this one, this is hydrogen, here is the bromine, now here is one carbon and this is the another carbon attached to it, okay. This is the CH3 group and this is CH2 CH3 group. Now you can see, this is the first priority group, this is clear, and this is the fourth priority group, this is clear. Now there is a confusion between these two carbon atoms. Two carbon atoms are present here, so now we have to go to the second atom, okay. We should see the second atom. What is the next atom? So for this you can open it. This is our fourth priority group, this is first priority group. Now see here, to this carbon 3 hydrogens are attached, okay. It means we can write this is hydrogen, 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 okay. Okay, and see here, to this one is hydrogen, another is hydrogen, and third one is the carbon, right? This is, so we can write here, this is hydrogen, hydrogen and carbon, okay. Now we have to see here which one will be on the priority. See here, this is the carbon atom and this is 3 hydrogens. These are 2 hydrogens and 1 carbon. It means this will be higher priority as compared to this one, right? So we will give second priority to this group and third priority to this group, okay. So we are going in this manner, 1 2 3, okay. So see here, this is the R configuration, okay. And see here, the fourth priority group is present on the vertical line, so this will remain as it is. It means it is the R configuration. Now see the fourth rule. In the case of the double bonded or triple bonded groups, if there is double bond or triple bond present, then what we have to do? We have to consider just as 2 or 3 atoms, carbon not 2 or 3 atoms are attached to the same type, okay. See, understand this. If suppose we have given the C double bond O group, okay. So in this case, see here, C double bond O, it means we can consider that to this carbon 2 oxygens are attached. One is this one and another one is this one. Similarly, to this oxygen we can consider 2 carbon atoms are attached. It means one is this one and another one is this one, in this manner, right? Similarly, if we have given any alkene in this manner, then we can consider that to this carbon atom 2 carbons are attached. One will be this one and another is this. This is assumed, so we should write this in this manner in the bracket, because we are just assuming Okay, this is not actually present. This we are assuming, so we should write in this manner. Okay, similarly to this carbon atom, 2 carbons are assumed to be. Okay, if there is a triple bond present, then we will consider 3 atoms of the same type are present here. We have to assume. So see here, what will be here? Okay, see, this is carbon. Okay, one nitrogen is this one, another is this, and third one is this one. These are assumed. Okay, similarly for this nitrogen, this is the carbon, this is another carbon, and this is the third carbon. Okay, so in this way we have to consider. We can understand this with the help of one example. See here, I am giving you one example. See here, just see one example of each type and you can consider the whole concept very easily. Okay, suppose these are the 4 groups, these are attached. Okay, this is the CHO group. It means there is one hydrogen and a double bonded oxygen. It means we can write it in this manner. We can write in this manner. This is the carbon to which one is the hydrogen that is attached, and this is the double bond oxygen, right? So see here, the first priority will be given to this oxygen. This is the first priority group and this is the last priority group. Now we have to select the priorities between these 2 carbon atoms. Okay, so how we can write them? See here, this will remain as it is. Okay, and here we can consider to this carbon, one is the hydrogen, another one is hydrogen, and one is the OH group, right? And here at this carbon, one is the hydrogen and this is double bonded oxygen. So we can consider that to this carbon, one oxygen is this manner and here is another oxygen that we are writing in the bracket. Okay, similarly to this oxygen, one carbon is this one and another carbon is in this manner, right? So now you can see here, to this carbon, which groups are attached? Hydrogen, oxygen, oxygen, in this manner. And to this carbon, the groups are attached: hydrogen, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay, so there are 2 oxygens, so it will be given the priority as compared to this. It means if this is the first priority and this is the 4th priority group, then second priority will be for this and third will be for this group. Okay, now we can select the orientation in this manner: 1, 2, 3. This is going in this manner, right? So see here, what is this? This is anti-clockwise rotation. It means S, right? But see here, this hydrogen, the 4th priority group, is present on the horizontal line. So this will reverse. It means we can invert it. So this will be R configuration actually. Okay, so whenever the hydrogen is present on the horizontal line, then we have to reverse this configuration. So we are getting R configuration. That is the right answer here. Okay. Now see the another case when there are more than one chiral atoms are present. This happens generally in the case of the carbohydrate. Suppose we have given any carbohydrate, then there will be more than one chiral atoms present. See here in this case, this is the C2 carbon atom and this is C3. Okay, these 2 are chiral atoms because here 4 different groups are attached to this and also to this, right? So we have to find out the configuration at both the carbon atoms. So what we will do? Firstly, we will see the configuration at the C2 carbon atom. Okay, for this, see here, if we have to find out the configuration at the C2 carbon atom, then what we will do? See here, this is the hydrogen, this is OH, and to this carbon atom C3, one is H, this is OH, and this is CH2OH, right? And at this carbon atom, this is the hydrogen, and we can consider 2 oxygens are attached to it in this manner, right? And here carbon in this manner, right? So if we see the sequence, then this will be given the first priority, this will be given the 4th priority, right? And here we can consider to this carbon atom, 1 hydrogen and 2 oxygens are attached. Okay, and similarly to this carbon atom, one hydrogen, one oxygen and one carbon are attached. Okay, so this will be the second priority group and this will be third priority group, right? Now we have to see from the side of this fourth group, 1, 2 and 3. See here, this is the S configuration, right? This is going in this manner, right? This is S configuration. But you can see here this hydrogen is on the horizontal line, so it will invert to the R configuration. Okay, so at the C2 carbon atom there is R configuration, right? Similarly we can see at the C3 carbon atom. So if we are looking at the C3 carbon atom, see here, to this C3 carbon atom, this is the OH group, this is hydrogen and this one is the carbon, to which one hydrogen, another hydrogen and one OH group is attached. Okay, and see here, to this carbon atom, one OH, one hydrogen and one CHO group are attached, right? So see here, this will be first priority group, this is fourth priority group, right? And here is hydrogen, hydrogen and oxygen, and here hydrogen, oxygen and carbon. So this will be the second priority group and this will be the third priority group. Okay, so this is going in this manner. See here, this is clockwise, it means this should be R configuration. But now see here, this hydrogen is on the horizontal line, so it will revert to the S configuration. It means at the C3 carbon atom there is S configuration present. Okay, now there is a trick for this. If you have given the carbohydrates, then what you have to do? See here, there is a simple trick for it. See here, suppose we have given a carbohydrate in this manner, H, OH, OH, H, H, OH, H, OH and here is CH2OH group. Okay, so if the more oxidized group is present above and this less oxidized form is present below, it means the CHO group is if present above and this CH2OH group is present below, then in that condition, if the OH group is present on the right side, then it will be R configuration. Okay, and if OH group is present on the this side, left side, then it will be S configuration, right? So here we can say that at the C2 carbon atom the configuration will be R, at C3 the configuration will be S, and here this will be R, at C4 the configuration will be R, and at the C5, see here, the OH group is present on the right side, this will be R. Okay, so we can write in this manner. Just you have to remember that this CHO group should be present above and this CH2OH group should be present below. Okay, then we can do such type of configuration without any priority variety. Okay, let's now see some more examples. See here, in this molecule there are two chiral centers, one is this, another one is this, right? So firstly see at this carbon atom, see here, one is the OH group, another one is this hydrogen, and third group is this COOH group, and fourth group is this one, right? So the first priority is given to this one, fourth will be given to this one. Okay, and see here, to this carbon, 2 oxygen and 1 hydrogen is attached. Okay, so here we will give we will give this second priority, and third priority will be given to this fourth group. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3. This is going in this manner. It means this is R configuration. Now see, this hydrogen is present on the dashed line. It means this is below the plane. So at this carbon atom, the configuration will be R. Okay. Now see at this carbon atom, this is the first priority group, this is second priority group, this is fourth priority group, and third one will be this carbon atom. This is the third priority group. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, we are going in this manner. We are going in this manner. It means this is R configuration, right? But see here, this hydrogen is present above the plane. It means this will be inverted now. So it will be S configuration. Okay. So at this carbon, the configuration is R, and at this carbon atom, the configuration is S, right? Now see, in this structure, suppose if you have given the structure of this type, then what you will do? Okay, so see here, firstly see at this carbon atom, then we will see at this carbon atom. Okay, both are chiral centers. So see here, at this carbon, one group is this will be given first priority, and this will be given fourth priority. Now see at this group, this is the next group to which one carbon and another carbon and one hydrogen is present. Okay, these groups are attached, right? And at this carbon atom, one hydrogen, OH, and carbon are present. It means this will be given the second priority, right? And this will be given third priority, right? So if we are seeing, this will go in this manner, it means it is going clockwise. But now see here, this hydrogen is above the plane, so it will invert to the S configuration. So the configuration at this carbon atom is S, right? Similarly, see here, this is the first priority group, this is the fourth priority group, and here again you can see this will be carbon and hydrogen. Okay, and here these groups are present, so this will be the second priority group and this will be the third priority group, right? So 1, 2 and 3, this is going anti-clockwise, it means S. And see here, this hydrogen is present below the plane, so the configuration will remain as it is, so that the both carbon atoms, the configuration is S and S. Okay, so in this way you have to do the questions based on the R and S nomenclature. There are several examples. A lot of questions has been asked in the CSIR, NET, CAT, IIT JM exams, etc. Okay, so we will make some more videos. In the next video we will see some more examples that has been asked in the question papers. Okay, till then see this video, and if you like this video, please share it, please comment us, and please like. Thank you.